Hi everybody, I'm just going to tell you about the Niemann Pick International Registry. It's a rare disease patient registry and it's collecting data on a global level, and it's being created by patients and professionals. We're collecting clinical and patient-reported quality of life data into one single repository with different data sets for the two different types of Niemann Pick diseases, ASMD and NPC. And as we all know, pharma companies have to have a post-marketing surveillance registry. This will replace the need for that. It's regulated, it's safe, it's secure, and we already have significant international interest in taking this forward with other diseases. We're establishing the natural history of both types of diseases and hopefully genotype-phenotype correlations. We know where the patients are when studies come along, so we can contact them to take part. Professionals can use it for education. Regulatory bodies are very much heavily involved, so it supports their requirements. It empowers patients because it's their data we're using, and it helps progress in understanding one of these rare diseases. And this is our current network. The green ones are already participating. The orange sites are either engaged or interested as we speak. Governance, as you can imagine, it has to be tightly regulated. We are a not-for-profit charitable company under UK law with our own independent board of trustees and our own scientific advisory committee. We have a huge stakeholder working group which includes pharma, clinicians and any professionals in the field. It's secure, it's very legal and very regulatory compliant. So the registry. We collect clinical data, as I've already mentioned, where the patients are, where they were diagnosed and their history. We have an ASMD mutation database, which at the moment we haven't got for NPC. And then we have the patient-driven side of things, where we collect data directly from the patients, which leads to the registry. And what do we get out of that? A huge amount. Post-marketing surveillance I've already mentioned, pharmacovigilance, which is vital for the companies, clinician-requested data, they might want to know how patients are throughout the world, natural history data, and research opportunities. But all those requirements for access are very, very carefully monitored by the Board of Trustees and the Scientific Advisory Group. So how do people get involved? They go into impdr.org. If they're a clinician, they follow the blue line, patients the green line. As I've already mentioned, it's highly regulated and there's different data sets for NPC and ASMD because they are different diseases, although they're under the same umbrella. And the patient side, they self-enroll. They want to put their own data in. And, it's their day-to-day living, the economics, the practical side of things. And again, the two arms. And there is a common anonymised identifier, which is in progress, so we can use both sets of data for everything we need. And both methods is preferred, but we do have others used. So this is where we currently stand. We've got 6 countries, expanding to 28 sites in 18 countries this year on 5 continents. The patient-reported data set, you can see from there that a lot of patients want to be in there, and most of these countries are where the clinician sites aren't active yet. For example, New Zealand, Australia, China, even Japan. And I think we've got a Russian in there as well. So it's a central data resource. It's furthering research and it's a model now for all rare diseases. It's the first of its kind. We're empowering patients and their families as we move forward. And as I briefly mentioned, we won't need all these multiple registries for clinicians to fill in. I think there must be at least 5 Gaucher registries out there because of all the diseases, drugs that are developed, but they'll just have the one. And it's going to be a central information resource. And that's it.
Fantastic.
And I've now moved to 3 questions.